open it up with a quick statement from Coach, and then take some questions from there.
Yeah. Obviously, the score indicates. I think it was a lot closer than the score. I thought we had our chances for a long time. I think it was like a 4 or 5 point game for a long time in the second half. A large part of that was that we actually turned them over 21 times, which is that's special for us competing against them because perennially they're a team that takes care of the ball. So we actually did some things defensively to put ourselves in position. We just could not capitalize on anything. We couldn't make a shot, couldn't make free throws, couldn't make layups. And there was a couple of times where we were, they turned it over and then we turned it over. It's kind of just a sloppy game, both sides of both teams. But again, at the end of the day, we had our chances. We just could not make a bucket.
Questions for Coach?
Or a play, rather, I should say, not a bucket.
Coach, what's the update on Kaysen?
I don't know. We're going to just see where it is. He'll get it checked out tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know the status.
Is he going for a layup? Because I just saw him.
It looked like he was driving into the basket, but, I don't know exactly what happened. But, he came out. We'll evaluate him and see where he is.
What was it like having Mason serve as an honorary captain for you guys?
I thought that was awesome. I thought he was great. Mason, he gave us some points. He gave me some points at halftime, which I thought was awesome. He let me know the guys were, they were playing harder, which they were at the time. I let the team know that. And, again, I thought our guys played hard as well in the second half. I thought they played hard for, I would say, probably the first 30 minutes of the game because I thought it was a pretty close game. And I don't think we can give a team like that too many opportunities, and we did not capitalize on any of the opportunities. And that's, eventually they're gonna open it up.
Coach, you started the game with 4 guards and 1 forward with Anigwe. Do you think
Yeah.
that you're going to continue with the small ball rotation? Anigwe said it really didn't matter. Rebounding comes to hustle and boxing out. And you haven't out-rebounded the last couple of games, but do you think with the tall guards you have like Washington that you guys can out-rebound teams like Colorado State?
That's a good question. I think it does come down to personnel, right? Whether we do 4 guards or we have 2 bigs and 3 guards out there for rebounding. We feel like our best chance offensively is to have 4 guards out there, which I think is true. The other side of that is if we go man-to-man, we did man-to-man and we did switching. We switched everything, down screens, flare screens, ball screens. When that happens, it's going to put the guards down low against some big guys. So, yeah, we gave up some rebounding, but we also didn't give up a lot of threes. And there's a give and a take. It's pick your poison. And I think that game plan helped us a little bit because when we played there, I think they knocked in like 15 to maybe 17 threes. It was early. They had a lead really early in the game. I thought tonight we kept it close. But again, with that being said, you're going to give up rebounding when you're small instead of being big. But we think on the other end, if we get hot and we can make some shots, then it kind of offsets that. And it's a pick your poison type of situation.
How well do you think your guys defended number 21 Austin? He's one of Boise State's biggest threats. How well do you think? He only had, I think, 10 points.
Well, Austin did he have 10 points? He's a really good player. He's actually an NBA prospect, so to hold him to 10 points, I thought we did a good job there. Justinian Jessup had 20, so both of those guys had pretty big games last time at Boise. So yeah, I thought we did a decent job against Austin.
Any more questions for Coach?
But you guys were out-assisted 29-13 oftentimes again, resorting to 101, a team that's usually very unselfish. How would you grade your team's ball movement tonight?
I think our ball movement is fine. It's just like that's a good question because you're talking about the discrepancy in assists, and assists only happen if someone makes a shot, right? So now you can also say, the ball really moved because you had all these assists. But at the end of the day, you could go one pass shot and make, if you make that, that's an assist right away. We actually play pretty fast. We're one of the fastest paced teams in the country. So it really comes down to, even though we had, it says 13 and they had 29, but it really comes down to us making shots, and we did not make shots. If we make shots, that number's really high, 18. We get to 18 assists, that's a totally different game because we're shooting threes. I mean, we shot 30 threes tonight. So, you know what I'm saying? If you're making those shots, you're cutting into that deficit really fast. They're probably playing catch-up against us rather than us playing catch-up against them because we're shooting threes.
Just to follow up on that, when you move the ball and you get a good overlook and it just doesn't drop.
Yeah.
How frustrating is it to you, and what is your message to your team when it feels like there's a lid on the basket?
Yeah, no, it's not. I'm not frustrated when our guys take shots and miss them. I'm not frustrated about that. I get frustrated on turnovers because I think the turnovers can you can minimize those. And I thought we were turning it over at an alarming rate in the beginning of the game, and I knew we were ready to play because we were turning it over, but we were still in the game. We were only down by 5. And we might have had like 9 or 10 turnovers in the first half, and we were only down by 5. That's saying a lot when you're playing against a team like Boise, right? If you usually turn it over against them, they're so efficient, you should be down by 25, right? So I don't get mad when our guys miss shots because we take a lot of shots. We work on it every single day. The shots that you guys see us taking, we actually shoot those shots every single day. I think this team is we're young, and we are progressing to try and get better every single day. I'm not looking into next year at all. I'm going into the next game because we play Colorado State on Saturday. But I'm just saying how we play, it's not going to change much. We are going to get the ball inside some. I thought Christian, we got the ball into him. He rolled a couple of times. They called some fouls, but we weren't able to finish from the free throw line. So we're actually doing what we want. We're just not capitalizing, and that's all it comes down to. I know that sounds like a really trivial answer, but when you cut everything down to its components, that's what it comes down to. It comes down to a make-miss game. That's what it comes down to.
Sure. One more. You just describe Richard Washington's progress this season. You put him in the starting lineup for the past few games, and last game against Air Force, he had 30. Just talk about his progress, working through this season.
Rich has been working. Yeah, I mean, he's again. Our team, I think, is still building. We are going to have everyone back. So Richard, this is his first year in Division I. First year here. He was a transfer. But he's learning his way with how we play. And, we inserted him in the starting lineup. He did a great job. He had like 30 points last game against Air Force. And hopefully he can continue. He had a really good first half. He had some open looks in the second half. And he's going to keep working. I mean, we believe in him. I believe in all our guys, all of them. So it's just a matter of going through this process. And I know I say that a lot, but that's exactly what it is.
Anything else for Coach?
Coach, back-to-back road games at elevation. You guys played Air Force last week and now Colorado State.
Yeah.
Will you have quicker rotations in terms of getting more guys on the court?
No, I don't know. I mean, I was at the University of Colorado for 7 years. That altitude thing really isn't doesn't really play into the equation when you get to this point of the season because the guys have played so many minutes and you've run up and down so much. The altitude doesn't affect you at all. Rest is important. This late in the season, we're going to take off tomorrow. I thought we had our legs. I thought we had energy today. We just weren't able to finish a play. So I don't think it had anything to do with being tired or anything like that because I thought we had our energy. Like we were deflecting the ball, running all over the place, deflections, attacking. We just could not finish at the basket. And I don't think that has anything to do with fatigue. I just think we weren't finishing or we weren't making shots. So when we go to Colorado State, we're going to play our game. We're going to get up and down the court. Will I sub early? I don't know. It all depends. Usually we're subbing based on fouls. guys get 2 quick fouls, you know, we got to sub them out. So we'll be ready to play, but we have to take off tomorrow. We're going to go really light on Friday. We travel Friday, and then we play early Saturday. I think it's like a 12 o'clock or a 2 o'clock game.
Okay, thank you guys.
There you go.
All right, thanks.
Hello, everybody. Seneca and Christian up here. We will open up for questions right away. Who's got one?
Seneca, you took 8 threes, you made 3 of them. Is that something you're going to work on going into the offseason, or was this one of those games that you're going to take it outside shot if the defense gives you one?
Yeah, I was just gonna take the shot as the defense came, just let the game come to me. So if they sagged off, I was gonna try to knock down the shot. Yeah, that's really.
You guys only trailed by 5 at the half, end up falling by 18. This is the same team that's battled back from 15 down against Fresno State to tie it, take it into overtime. What do you think was the difference in the ball game that caused that big of a disparity at the halftime?
Yeah, we fully capable of coming back. We just let fatigue get to us. Fatigue set in. I'm pretty sure y'all was able to see it, and we wasn't able to capitalize off of some layups, some easy buckets, free throws. You know, those type of situations you got to come up with.
Speaking of fatigue, you've played 35 minutes or more in the 4 past 5 games. What is your mindset going into the last couple of games, knowing that you're probably going to play just as much next game?
Yeah, I just make sure I get my rest, like outside of basketball, get my rest. Make sure I take an ice bath and everything. Come into practice, work, but not work too hard. Me and coach been trying to monitor that because I have a habit of working too hard sometimes in practice. But just going out there and whatever my team needs. So if it's out there playing 10 minutes or playing 35 minutes, just whatever we need to win.
Gentlemen, what was it like having Mason as the honorary captain for Jackson?
I thought it was pretty cool, like just to see him like battling all his things that he's battling, and he still like had a smile on his face like the whole time. He was giving us high fives, making like the team more cheerful and stuff. So I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, it was definitely inspiring.
Christian, you had 9 rebounds, but do you sometimes wish that coach had another forward or center on the floor with you, as there was 4 guards and you were the only forward in the starting lineup?
No, I feel like Seneca and like the other guards, Rich, like the taller guards, are able to rebound pretty well. So I think we can play 4 guards and 1 big or 2 bigs sometimes, and have just as well time rebounding. I think it's just an effort thing. Like anybody could box out, and anyone can get rebounds.
One more Seneca, 9th game this season of 20-plus points with 23 tonight, from averaging only 6.5 your freshman season to 16-plus per game now. As I say all the time, one of the best rebounding guards not in the conference, but in the country as well. Can you just describe your personal development all around as a whole?
Just during the off season, looking back at my freshman season, the game was kind of fast, so I knew coming in, having a whole year under my belt, it'll slow down, and then just looking at certain things I could develop more in going into my sophomore season. But my teammates been there the whole way with me and just encouraging me and just been behind me, so that helps me a lot with the confidence.
What are some adjustments you guys are going to look to make going into the next game?
Probably just, like I said, not let fatigue set in, so we off tomorrow, make sure we get our rest and everything. When we travel, make sure when we going through walkthroughs, when we going through plays, make sure we focus and locked in, and just don't be playing around, and going to Saturday just ready to look for a win.
Anything else?
Yeah, y'all talk a little bit about Rich. He's been starting the past few games, and what's it like just watching him finally put it together on a consistent basis?
I think it's really good. Like cool to see that. Like his first game against Hofstra, he was amazing. Then like it's kind of been up and down ever since then. But like now these last like 3-4 games, he's really been scoring the ball really well, passing the ball, rebounding too, and it's been pretty efficient. So I think it's really amazing just to see all that happening in real time.
Good.
Thank y'all.